All right, and we are here with a very special guest, Bertrand Gacon, who's the CEO and co-founder of Impact, one of the fellow startups here at Fonji. So thank you, Bertrand, for
Thank you
joining
for
us.
having me.
Great, thank you so much.
All right, so just to begin, we just wanted to get to know a little bit more about Impact and how did the founders come up with the idea when it first started?
Sure, yeah. Well, Impact is a collaborative platform whose main mission is to measure the impacts that the businesses have on the planet and society, so their environmental and social impact, actually. And the idea really came out of the frustration we had as clients ourselves of similar data providers, ESG data providers, actually, as we call them, for, I would say, the lack of relevance of the data we were having at hand when making informed investment decisions. We really wanted to know what companies have the most positive impact on the planet and society, and the data we were using in our previous life as portfolio managers and head of investment teams were really not satisfactory. So we decided to build our own platform, really focusing on what we call the double materiality, so the impact that companies have on the planet and society, and not the impact that the planet and society have on the companies, which is what really ESG is all about. And we realized that it was very complex to measure the impact of companies. It's as many dimensions. It involves many communities and many forms of impact. And so we decided that we would go for a collaborative approach to have that brain power that we need and bring together actually 50,000 contributors today working together to document this impact.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible. With 50,000 contributors. So then, what specifically makes Impact more unique than compared to maybe other ESG rating systems that are out there?
Well, I think, as I mentioned, is really this collaborative dimension. I think we're the only one, to the best of our knowledge, having this kind of approach. We don't really rely only on AI models to extract information and calculate score. We believe that the technology is mature enough to do that, but not the data. So you don't have yet enough centralized and standardized data to do that. And so we still need to have a lot of, I would say, human process to make sense out of the data and information, make sure we clean it up, we sort out everything and document each of these through short summaries. So we do publish short summaries. We have nearly 30,000 such impact analyses published on the platform today for everyone to read. You can access that for free, every one of us. And once these analyses have been written, then the whole of the contributors can then read that pre-extracted, documented, verified information to basically assess the scale of impact. So how large, how deep, how broad, and how persistent is the impact. And this is how we came up with score. And all of that process, very open, very inclusive, very collaborative, is really what is making Impact very unique today.
Awesome. So just for our listeners right now, where could they find all of this information? Just go to your website?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And we will link the Impact website within this Twitter space. So for those that are listening right now, they can then go there and go read some of these short summaries, which I'm sure are very informative and really help a lot in the ESG space.
And now, I know you guys are also in the education business, and we do also offer specific online training on impact analysis, so for free as well. So we've already trained 150,000 people on impact analysis. So if some of the listeners here want to give it a try, it's available also on the Impact platform.
That is amazing.
Impact.com.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, be sure to link that over. Thank you so much.
That's perfect. Now, a bit more of a personal question. What is your favorite part about working for Impact? What makes it so special?
Well, I think, of course, the mission is very motivating, really trying to change the system in a way. It's not easy, of course, but changing the way we allocate money, making sure that portfolio managers, integrate that impact dimension and not just the risk and returns of their investment into the decision. For that, they need to have the right set of data, and this is what we try to put in their hands. And we already work with very large asset managers, so already trillions of dollars, being managed using our data. And I think the second best thing really is the team. We have the chance to have a really crazy team of amazing people, all passionate, and that's always so pleasant to be working with people sharing the same mission and coming to the office with this big smile on their face. So yeah, that's really the best part.
That's awesome. And Impact is located in Geneva, and you also have offices elsewhere, correct?
Offices, no, but people, yes. We're still a startup, so our main office is still in Geneva. We have about 30. We have actually 32 people working at Impact today. About 12 are in Geneva, and the 20 other are based in different countries. We have people in Portugal, in Hong Kong, in London, in Bolivia, in Colombia, in Argentina, in many different places. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a really diverse team.
That's awesome.
All right. And so finally, if you can give one piece of advice, having now gone through the startup process, that you could give to other entrepreneurs, what would it be and why?
Oh, there would be many pieces of advice because we learn all the hard lessons. But financially speaking, I think the advice I would give is really to start working with clients as soon as you can, and if you can to start developing your product and getting revenues from your clients as soon as you can. First of all, because it would mean that you will depend less on investors, external investors. And generate revenue earlier on, but also you will learn a lot from the product market fit and so on. So don't spend too much time and too much money getting to the perfect product before you start monetizing. Try actually to get your clients to finance the development of your product in exchange for I would say a more interactive development cycle where the clients can tell you exactly what they want, and you basically use part of their money to finance the developments of these features. That's the ideal scenario if you can do that.
That's amazing. Okay, and thank you very much for that very insightful advice about the startup life. I'm sure all the people listening will love to hear some of that, because I know it's a big thing within the startup space. You always tend to be like, okay, as long as we have investment at the beginning, we then don't need to rely on actually selling our product for a little bit later. But I'm sure that'll open up a lot of eyes about how it would really be helpful if you can generate your own revenue off the bat. And just a final question that we have. So seeing that we are the Money Masters and that we want to know, what were some of your financial mistakes, whether it be personal or within business? And do you think an application that teaches you a little bit about financial education could have helped you at that time?
Oh, of course. I have myself, my background is in finance, so I should be, very organized and disciplined when it comes at managing my own personal finance, but actually I'm not. So I'm lazy. I usually rely on external providers to help me doing that, and not very efficiently, I have to say. So yeah, having a much more, I would say, personal financial literacy would have been very helpful to me, and I think it's the case for almost everyone. I think this is something we don't learn at school. And it's a basic skill that everyone should learn. So congrats on what you guys are doing at Money Masters, because it's immensely useful. I think that's all when it comes at addressing inequality challenges. It's a lot also to do about most educated people would have a better way of managing their own financial needs, and we also need to make sure that this is something that all citizens can access to, because then at the end of the day it makes a huge difference. Even if you have small saving capacities, if you invest this small saving months after months, at the end of the day and at the end of the year, it makes a huge difference. So yeah, immensely important.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate all those kind words about the Money Masters platform. And we would like to thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to be on the Money Masters Twitter space. And we look forward to seeing the impact that Impact will have on ESG investing.
Sure.
All right.
Pleasure.
Bertrand, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.